Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. It's Wednesday, which means it's brand new comic book day. New comics are hitting the shelves, and you can get them any way you want, digitally, physically. It's new comic book day. In my hands, one of those releases. This is Marvel Tales. Fantastic Four is #1. Marvel's bringing back Marvel Tales, the anthology series, in celebration of their 80th anniversary, which is 2019. And it's an interesting comic. So this includes it's reprints of 3 comics: Fantastic Four #4, Fantastic Four Annual #6, Fantastic Four #245, and then Jen Bartel did the cover. So it's worked by Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Saul Brodsky, Art Simek, Joe Sinnott is inker on #6, Sam Rosen letter #6, 245 is John Byrne, Bob Sharen, and Jim Salicrup. And it's 3 different stories. They all kind of have this theme of revolving around Invisible woman in some way, Invisible Girl back then. And so the first story is the first appearance of Namor. And Marvel, usually when they do reprints and puts out trades and stuff like that, there's a reason they're doing that. So obviously, maybe we're going to see more Namor in 2019 would be the hint on that. The next is the birth of Franklin Richards, and the third one is another story involving Franklin Richards. The second also having to do with a nihilist, so we might be seeing a nihilist showing up in 2019, and then Franklin Richards obviously is going to be playing a role in Fantastic Four. So it's interesting going back reading these 3 stories, because the takes on the characters are, I think, very different than kind of what we've seen today. And honestly, Mr. Fantastic was kind of a jerk in it. Like, he really comes off as an ass in the comics in various ways. I mean, he just calls Johnny Storm like kid at one point, or boy or something like that, and I think it's like boy. He just snaps at like, don't bother me. He's just kind of an ass. It was just kind of interesting. And then the other is like it's old school writing, very different than what's produced today. The beat of the story is different. Obviously, the dialogue is different. Just the flow of the story is different. A lot of these would probably be multi-issue stories. So in today's world, so it's very different and interesting to go back and read it. Like the Namor stories. I mean, it's interesting, but like it's not all that great. It's interesting history. But going back and reading it, like, I was never a big Fantastic Four fan, and I think the reason why is because I've read some of that earlier stuff and just was not a fan of it. There is an issue with this release, though. They reprint the last page of Fantastic Four #6 twice in this. I have no idea. So to show you, so Fantastic Four #6 right here, you can see that. And really, actually, so this is actually one thing that's really cool. So they keep on teasing the debut of the Hulk in this, which is neat to kind of see. So going back to that, so you can see Fantastic Four #6, the ending there, and then when we get to the end of the annual, there is a reprint of Fantastic Four #6 again. That last page. I do not know if Marvel is going to correct that. I don't know if they're going to ask for this to get returned. But that means it could be a collector's item, potentially, if, Marvel asks for it to come back. So it's kind of a fascinating comic in that way. But overall, like, it's 3 comics for $8. The reprints, some classic stuff. Entertaining. All of it's really entertaining. All of it's one-shots so you can pick up and just read and check out some history. It's a great way to celebrate Marvel's 80th. Can't wait to see what else they got for Marvel Tales and what they reprint. But yeah, it's definitely a different time, different type of comic and characters and all that. So out in stores today in comic shops, you can go get it. There's a link beneath this video that you can put in your zip code. Tell if your shop's near you. Actually, before we get that, it's... I knocked the writing a little bit. It was at least show the art. It's Jack Kirby being Jack Kirby. This is an example of Mr. Fantastic being a jerk. He just like clotheslines a dude off a bike. So some classic Kirby. The annual is where it's awesome with like really classic Kirby. Yeah. Apparently they just used a nuclear bomb also to defeat like Big Giant Monster. This is like this Mr. Fantastic being a jerk. Shut up. I know what I'm doing. Doesn't seem very Mr. Fantastic. Got a whole lot of Kirby crackle. There's some awesome Kirby artwork in this. I'm not gonna lie. That, like, the Kirby work alone is kind of worth it. But yeah, I mean, going back and like reading this, there's you can tell it's a little disjointed as far as storytelling, and that there was just stuff thrown in there visually that had to go back and be worked on, because some of the storytelling just doesn't make sense. More Kirby awesomeness, and then we got some John Byrne work as well. Yeah, there's some of the John Byrne work. So I was saying, there's out in comic shops now. You can go find shops with the link beneath this video. No link, no problem. We've got some affiliate links. They're affiliates, so we get a small percentage of that. Doing that, you help support our site. And speaking of support, I want to thank Marvel for hooking us up with this review copy. We always appreciate it. Now, if you're into Marvel, if you're into Fantastic Four, if you want to go celebrate Marvel's 80th, or into comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Pinterest, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics. Keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.